Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks. Today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we in is Regulation D. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Welcome back, everyone. So today we have one of my fire teams. So in this last month of Regulation D, since Regulation E is announced, I want to start bringing out, like all the fun strategies and all the neat Pokemon that I've built teams around, and I just want to showcase them. So kicking it off, we're going to start with a Hisuian Avalugg team. And now this team is really cool. The main strategy behind it is going to feature Avalugg and Tornadus. And what Avalugg can do is it has the unique typing of ice and rock, so it's able to take advantage of the snow and the sand as far as getting defensive boosts for both of those, right? And then Mountain Gale is a pretty powerful attack. It's the same as Icicle Crash, but it's a bit stronger. It's 5% less accurate, but it also has a 30% chance to flinch, which is really clutch. That's good as far as making things flinch while you're under Trick Room, which the Flutter Mane helps you set up Trick Room. So the Avalugg also has Assault Vest with Sturdy. So the reason Sturdy is there is just that Avalugg is naturally just like a really frail Pokemon with the 4 times weakness to steel, 4 times weakness to fighting, and you don't want to just randomly get one shot by something that you're not expecting. You want to still be able to get off some damage. The Ghost typing helps you be immune to some of your weaknesses as far as fighting, and also the Tera Blast helps you into the Flutter Mane matchup. So if you're able to get a Tera Blast Ghost off and with Avalugg, you're able to one-shot Flutter Mane, and you actually do decent damage if you're next to Chien-Pao. But the thing about it is Avalugg is not the best Pokemon to use. I'm really forcing it on this team, but I think it's really cool that if it had just a bit better stats, it would be able to function better in the snow and the sand. I think it just needs a bit more defense and a little bit more attack, right? Because it kind of wants the Life Orb, but without the Assault Vest, it's just really not that bulky. And the whole idea is to play it bulky, right? So that's the idea behind that. This Arcanine is really powerful. It's going to be a Choice Band variant with Tera Blast Grass and Grass Tera. And this Pokemon just does so much damage. All its moves pick up a lot of KOs. The Flare Blitz is incredible. Grass Tera, Tera Blast, anything that's weak to water is getting one shot. Especially next to Chien-Pao, it does so much damage. It's a really good Choice Band user. And if you play it properly and get like the right speed control up with it, and your opponent's not able to really have any good switch-ins into it, right? So the next Pokemon is going to be Chien-Pao. Now this Chien-Pao is pretty standard as far as Icicle Crash, Sucker Punch, and Focus Sash being max speed. But the idea on this is the Fairy Tera and Tera Blast. We have another Tera Blast, which is the third one on this team. Is that with Tera Blast, you're able to one-shot Urshifu when they think that they're pretty safe in front of Chien-Pao. Now you can lead like Chien-Pao plus Tornadus or Chien-Pao plus Avalugg, and if they lead Urshifu, they most likely might be thinking that you're going to switch out into Rillaboom, and that Chien-Pao can't really one-shot Urshifu, right? But now you got a surprise KO that you can immediately pick up the Chien-Pao, which is, really clutch in my opinion. And if they lead Urshifu Tornadus, then you lead your Chien-Pao Tornadus and you Tailwind, now you can just one-shot. They might think that you're going after their Tornadus for the one-shot, and now you're able to just one-shot their Urshifu, right? Which is, really unique. The next on this list is Flutter Mane. This Flutter Mane is essential to this team because it helps you set up Trick Room against hyper offense teams. And a lot of people still are expecting Flutter Mane to be choice specs when they don't see a booster energy come out. And the Rocky Helmet just throws a lot of opponents off. The Water Tera is really surprising. You're able to do a lot of damage to the Urshifu back, and then with Trick Room and this Flutter Mane being really slow, you're able to just set up Trick Room and then KO the Urshifu the next turn, right? And if they set up Tailwind, then you immediately, you're underspeeding them, which a lot of people tend to do against this Flutter Mane because they want to outspeed it, they want to KO it before it gets a chance to KO you, and now you have Trick Room up and you're underspeeding them. So this is a really unique Flutter Mane set. I haven't seen this set anywhere else outside of Worlds, was where I first saw this set, and I was kind of intrigued by it and wanted to try it out myself. It is max defense, pretty much max HP, not that much special attack investment, but that's why we have Moonblast, so we get the most out of our fairy damage. and Moonblast still does enough to pick up Urshifu after it chips itself with Rocky Helmet, right? The next Pokemon we have is another unique set, which is Tornadus. So this Tornadus is going to be a really bulky Tornadus with Steel Tera, so that you can get around like Choice Band E-Speed and stuff like that, or just, you know, Chien-Pao Ice Spinner into your Icicle Crash. You're able to survive those with the Steel Tera, and now you can stick around on the field a little bit longer and switch between your weathers. Now the weathers are not just here for Avalugg. Chien-Pao, while it is Focus Sash and frail, in certain situations you can take advantage of the Snowscape, especially like against Urshifu if you have that up, and now you're pretty defensive and you can stall out your Tailwind and go for Snowscape, and then go for you know, Icicle Crash to their Tornadus, and then Tera the next turn, Tailwind, and one shot the Urshifu with Fairy Tera Blast. That's just, you know, some plays that I tried in some practice games that I did with this team on Showdown. So I felt like you know, that was just a really cool strategy. But the Sandstorm also benefits Arcanine. Now Arcanine is a rock type, as well as the Rillaboom, which has a rock Tera. Now this makes, you know, your Arcanine really defensive, and makes your Rillaboom and Avalugg really specially defensive, right? Especially with the Assault Vest, they become really good on the special defense side. So just think about that when you're using this team. And the Tornadus is also carrying Covert Cloak, so it can't be faked out. So you probably won't see this, you know, this type of team anywhere else. This is something exclusive to me with the Tornadus. But like I said, it's not the most offensive team, and it's not the most consistent team, but it is a team that's pretty fun to use. It can catch your opponents off guard if you want to try to make something work with Avalugg, right? And you'll see in this video that we were actually able to make it work. So the last set, and I think is the most exciting set that I think should see more play on, you know, more standard teams, is going to be this Rillaboom set. Now this Rillaboom set, I feel like I want to be honest and say that it is kind of gimmicky, but at the same time the gimmick works, right? So the first thing I want to just go ahead and go through the uniqueness of this Rillaboom set. So this Rillaboom set is Rock Tera with Fake Out, Bullet Seed, Stumpy Tantrum, Protect, and Loaded Dice. So why Loaded Dice? Loaded Dice is there so that you can get the maximum damage out of Bullet Seed. Now Bullet Seed is really cool, right? Because it has, with Loaded Dice, it has a chance to hit 4 times or 5 times, which makes it 100 base damage if it hits 4 times and 125 base damage if it hit 5 times, right? So majority of the time when you're hitting 5 times, you have a chance to do more damage with the grassy terrain up than Woodhammer would, and you have the potential to break through sashes and multi-scales and other like things that you can't one-shot, like Sturdy and stuff like that. You're able to break through those because Bullet Seed is a multi-hitting move, right? And now you're doing 125 base power. Sorry about that. You have 125 base power, and now you're doing more than Woodhammer, right? And you're not taking recoil from it. Secondly, if you hit for 4 shots, you're still doing 100 base damage, which is still pretty strong. It's not as strong as Woodhammer, but you're not taking the recoil, right? So you're not damaging yourself back. So that's, you know, the kind of benefit from running Loaded Dice Bullet Seed. It does make Rillaboom less defensive on the special defense side, but that's why we have the Tornadus here, and we also have the Rock Tera. So the Rock Tera helps you against a lot of Rillaboom's weaknesses, right? So Rillaboom's weaknesses are let's see. So we have Fire, Bug, Flying, Ice, and Poison. So out of 4 of those 5, Rock resists Fire, Rock resists Bug, Rock resists Flying, and Rock resists Poison. Those are 4 of Rillaboom's weaknesses, and then Ice becomes neutral, right? It's insane because I never really thought about how good of a defensive Tera that could be for Rillaboom, because you're really getting away from a lot of things that hit you super effectively. Now you are getting some more weaknesses like Water, which is kind of common with Urshifu in the format, which makes you weaker to that, and also you're getting like weaknesses to Ground. But Rillaboom naturally resists those without tearing, right? So you have the benefit of it being a perfect Tera by its Tera covering for its defenses. I mean, it's normal typing that it comes with covering for some of the defenses of the Rock Tera. You do get a weakness to Steel, which you can't really get around. It does damage to both, but like I said, you don't have to Tera into Rock. But if you threaten like by Rock type attacks, going Rock Tera plus Sandstorm makes Rillaboom so incredibly bulky, and it also makes you more bulky than just having an Assault Vest and taking a super effective damage from one of those hits, right? and now you're still able to pretty much wall out Flutter Mane when you get the Sandstorm up, and then just one shot it back with Bullet Seed, right? And if it's a Focus Sash Flutter Mane, then you break through the Sash to one shot it with the Bullet Seed. So that's why I think that Rock Tera is really cool on this set. I honestly think that you don't even have to go loaded dice with the Rock Tera to just have Rock Tera in general. But I think that to maximize it, if you do want to play like a sand team and make Rillaboom, you know, be on that team, it can really take advantage of the sand. But just because I know usually you probably won't want to carry Sandstorm on Rillaboom. But another thing about Sandstorm as well is that it breaks sashes too. So that's another cool, you know, benefit of having it with Rillaboom. And it does like chip over time. So I think this is a really cool set, and I think that if you really, you know, want to try Rillaboom in a different way, that you can try this set. And let me know what you think in the comments below, if you think that Rock is actually a really cool Tera for Rillaboom. Because like I said, like 4 of the 5 weaknesses that you have, you end up resisting them, right, with Rock Tera, which I think is, it can't be understated how cool that is, right? Like how perfect of a typing that is. But let me know in the comment below, and let's get into these battles. Alright, so first match, we have another Tornadus. We have Heatran, Rillaboom, Flutter Mane, Chien-Pao, and Urshifu. Looks strong, looks fast. What we can do is lead our Flutter Mane, go for Trick Room. Good weather up for Avalugg. I just think I just lead Arcanine, right? Avalugg in the back. And Rillaboom. I think that's pretty good. Avalugg can beat the Heatran. If it doesn't Tera, right? But if it Teras, we can hit it with Ice Move. But we have Ghost Tera on ours. So Avalugg actually has a pretty good matchup in the Heatran. We'll see if he just leads Tornadus and goes for the tail. It is Urshifu Dart. Okay, we get an Intimidate immediately. Water Tera save me here? I don't think it does. So I'll just Trick Room. See if I get it. Close combat looks like it hurts here. Plus Icicle Crash. I think I'll just forfeit my Arcanine. Because Close Combat plus Icicle Crash removes my Arcanine, but depends on if he actually. Yeah, there's Poison Tera. He could double my Flutter Mane, which would put me in a pretty bad spot. But I think he should respect the Arcanine. Oh, he went for Sucker Punch. That is enough for a KO, unfortunately. So I could have Tera there to survive that. Alright. Stumping should be strong here, right? So he can Sucker Punch me with Chien-Pao. He's Life Orb, so Stomping Tantrum will KO Urshifu, right? And then I just Moonblast this slot. We're not in the worst position, but we're not in the best. Alright, there's a Detect. So it's probably going to be a switch out on that slot. I don't know if I can afford. I should have Tera Arcanine. I think that Rock Slide would have been huge. Okay, he could switch into Tornadus or Rillaboom. I think I want to double this slot. Because why would you stay in with Urshifu? He actually stays in. This could have been a double knockout. Alright, so we get Bullet Seed off though. So we get a Moonblast in the Urshifu, which is not ideal. Still did a lot of damage. Alright, we survived. It would have been perfect if he would have KO'd himself there. Alright, there's Heatran. How many turns of the trick on the left? 2. I think I let them KO me here. Tera to survive the heat wave. It's tricky because I feel like Rillaboom is really good right here. And we'll see what Avalugg can do against this last when Trick Room's over. I don't want to just switch into Avalugg and take a heat wave, right? Nah, he protects. Okay, but I can get a double knockout here. The Stumping Chunch is gonna do double damage in the Heatran, and Heatran is faster than me under Trick Room, which is perfect. Heatran probably should protect. I mean, you're slower than me. So you should Earth Power. Earthquake's gonna do less damage with terrain up. You should Earth Power Rillaboom. Urshifu is -1, so I kind of want to. He may switch it out because it looks good here. He should switch out Urshifu here, but he doesn't. Okay. So I should KO Urshifu even in terrain and chip Heatran. Perfect. All right, Avalugg. Need you to do some damage here. That's 4 times super effective, but it's not stabbed and the terrain is up. But Rillaboom can pick up that KO on the Heatran. Yeah, he doubled that slot. Perfect. Rock Tera Rillaboom putting on pressure right there. Let's go. And this Tera is so good for Rillaboom. Like, of course it makes you weak to fighting, but like the resistances that you get from what hits Rillaboom super effectively, like the poison, the fire. It's really good for it. And then like Rock is weak to like ground and water, and Rillaboom's original typing resist that, right? It's just good. I think Heat Train protects here. Go for Mountain Gale. Bullet Seed. Actually, I was stomping the Heat Train. Oh, he didn't protect. Perfect. So we get rid of this, and Avalugg should be able to pick up the KO on the Flutter Mane. So let's go ahead and hit your Mountain Gale. Let's see the animation. Nice, and we hit it. Beautiful. Such a cool animation. Oh, Flutter Mane survives. But another Gleam is not going to KO both. Alright. The only thing is, I don't want to go for inaccurate attacks in case he KOs Rillaboom, but Earthquake should pick up the KO. He shouldn't protect here, right? Yeah, just this Gleam. Whew, we survived with both. Okay. So I think Earthquake, single target Earthquake with terrain gone should have picked up the KO there. We just had to survive with at least one, right? And we get the win. Avalugg comes out, KOs the Urshifu, does damage on the Heatran, does big damage onto Flutter Mane. But that must have been a bulkier Flutter Mane. But Avalugg's attack is really not that high. But as you see, we're trying to use this Pokemon. We're trying to make it work, right? Now, it's not the most optimal Pokemon, but I just wanted to get some games in to where I just wanted to use it because it looks cool, the typing's cool, and it's a Hisuian Pokemon. I just want to try them all out. So we're trying Avalugg. We're trying to make it work here. But let's get into the next one. Right, so Dab catch him. This is our third time fighting him. We got the best of him twice. Can we do it again? I believe so. I always remember his name because his name is so cool to me. Right. He's using a Cybertron team. Let's see. How good is Avalugg into that? I actually don't think Avalugg can do anything into the Dondozo. But my Arcanine can. I think we have good Pokemon here. I think we leave Tornadus and Avalugg. Well, I can change the weather to snow, right? I guess I'll leave these two and these two in the back. I think I'll leave Flutter Mane. Flutter Mane's okay, but I think changing the weather is valuable. I think changing the weather is pretty valuable here. He trains Sylveon. So if I remember correctly, Sylveon was choice specs with only 3 moves. Okay, Heatran probably does have Earth Power and Rock Tera. Sandstorm will give me a defensive boost. Can I just go Bleak Wind? Bleak Wind, Tera, Flare Blitz, Sylveon. I think that's enough to pick up the KO on Sylveon. If he reads this though and goes for a Heat Wave, then it's not ideal. Because I could have 4 times resisted it. But this means he either didn't bring the Dondozo mode or the Lycanroc mode. Right? He is tearing. I think the Sylveon has Tera Water, right? This is a really good play by my opponent. Heatran protects. Being locked in the Flare Blitz here is not ideal. Oh yeah, another one to KO though. Oh, it's Tera Blast Water, okay. But we tear in the grass, so we eat that. He's locked in the Tera Blast Water. Okay, now this gets a bit scary. Because he can switch out. Oh, what's going on here? Why is the camera freezing? That choice specs to see is resisted. I'm not Assault Vest though. The Assault Vest, okay. Alright. So I think he goes for Heat Wave. I don't have a switch in for that, right? But Arcanine is extremely valuable into the Dondozo if he has it. Sylveon should switch out here. I'm gonna switch in to Chien-Pao because I think Rillaboom is valuable for beating the Heatran. A single Stomping Tantrum should pick that up. Yeah, this is getting scary because I'm Choice Banded. I believe this Heatran is Life Orb too, so Life Orb Heat Wave hurts. I can't switch in really good in there. Yep, so there's the switch, Mr. Dab. Oh, he switched out that slot? I think it's a double switch. Alright, so it is Dondozo Tatsugiri, so I made the correct play. I made the correct play, nice. And you already burned his Tera. I believe this one had Rock Slide and Earthquake, so it's probably going to be a Rock Slide next turn. Can we hit? Nice. Any chip is good. Speed drop would be ideal, but we do get it. Okay. They're going to want to Tailwind to make sure that everything outspeeds and protect Chien-Pao. I can switch in Rillaboom here. Yeah, because he's for sure going for a Rock Slide here. And if he Wave crashes that slot, then I'm in a decent spot. And I just want to Tailwind just to make sure I'm outspeeding everything, even though I'm pretty sure I am. And a Bullet Seed from Rillaboom with Chien-Pao on the field should be able to one-shot that next turn. He doesn't have any protects on this Dondozo Seed, so there's a Rock Slide. Alright. So we'll switch back into Chien-Pao. And we'll Bullet Seed you. Let's see how much Bullet Seed next to Chien-Pao or Grassy Terrain up does. I'm so happy that he brought Dondozo instead of Tyranitar. I think Tyranitar Lycanroc was actually better into what I brought here. Because the Rock Slide spam is strong. Woohoo! Oh, that was a crit. Okay, this is going to KO though. Okay, so it's not doing that much. One more. Oh, he has a berry. Okay. Oh yeah, he's gonna definitely. Let's just 2 more hits. Okay, I think Chien-Pao can pick up that KO from there. This Rock Slide, okay. But now I can Sucker Punch and get off. Cause this Dondozo, the thing about it is it's 4 attacks, so it's trapped in. It can't protect. It can't play around Sucker Punch. As long as Sucker Punch KOs from there, it should. And then Bullet Seed and Tatsugiri. That Rock Slide did a lot though. More than I'm comfortable with. I thought Bullet Seed would do a little bit more there. But I mean, this Dondozo, I mean, the Figgy Berry saved it, right? Because it gave it so much more health. It was close. Yeah, nice. And the Bullet Seed tech is just something cool I wanted to try out. Nice, that's a lot of damage. Got another crit. And see, when you continue to hit with loaded dice, you have a lot of chances for crits. And if you get all 5 hits, that's 125 base power, which is stronger than Wood Hammer with no recoil, right? But otherwise, you're getting 100 base power, right, without the recoil. So it's still pretty strong. All right, so he has Sylveon. We know Heatran can protect. Alright, Tailwind is over. It's scary because I can miss Icicle Crash. And if he protects Heatran, then we're in a bad spot, right? I don't know if Tera Blast KOs Sylveon from that. Tera Blast is so weak. Oh, actually, no. He's not Fairy. So Sucker Punch KOs that. Oh, so I can guarantee win con here. Yeah, Sucker Punch KOs that because you're not Fairy anymore, and then Stun Potential and Heatran. If you protect, then it's double power next turn. Nice. And we get the best out of Dab Ketchum once again. Hey Dab, if you're watching this, man, I got 3 matches on you, man. I'm coming at you every time we play. I love your name though, by the way. That's why I'm able to remember you, because I think it's a really dope name. Well, good match. I think it would have been more threatening if you had the Tyranitar Lycanroc in the back. But that was still a good match. And we were able to get another win. We didn't bring out Avalugg in this one, but Avalugg is just really bad into Dondozo. It was no point in even trying to force it. And that the Choice Band Flare Blitz was huge on Sylveon because it resisted it, and we still did, you know, about 70% to it. So that was beautiful. Yep, so that's 2 wins with this team. Let's get into the next one. For our next match. So when I see Indeedee Armarouge and I see it on a team that has Tailwind, I always assume that it's weak armor, right? Because why would you have that? Why would you like this team can't really play on the Trick Room, right? Iron Bundle's really fast. Urshifu's naturally, you know, a pretty good speed tier, and Regidrago it can play on the Trick Room, but it's not gonna want to be on the Trick Room when you're playing with like Tailwind, right? With Tornadus. So the fact that he wants to go fast. I think I could leave something like Flutter Mane, Rillaboom. Fake out. It might be Iron Bundle on lead. So I could fake something out and play on the Trick Room. How good is Avalugg? Avalugg is good into with the ice moves and rock moves. It is good into a bundle too. I need answers in the Urshifu though. I think I'll bring Arcanine and Avalugg. I think I'll leave Chien-Pao and Tornadus on the bench. So we haven't got to show off the Tornadus aspect with Avalugg, but hopefully that we do get to do it. But I'm thinking that's weak armor, Armor Rouge. Okay. Okay, so he can easily switch out into Indeedee and Expanding Force. I think I'll go Trick Room and Stomping. Okay, perfect. I mean, I don't know what... Let's go. The Flutter Mane tech. Nice. And it's perfect because now you're just incredibly fast with Trick Room up. And him seeing my Rillaboom go before Flutter Mane, he's like, oh man, here we go. Because you know what's coming next. Nice. Now, Armor Rouge, now you just endure it, so you have a chance to fail Protect, right? Would he Tera here? And what would he Tera into? I need to start picking up KOs though. Alright, so I'm gonna Moonblast you in case he switches into Indeedee. He should fail Protector if he goes for it. He might not even have it. And Stomping Tantrum. That's not gonna be enough, bro. The funny thing is you set up Tailwind and you got a weak armor boost, so I'm still faster than you. Yep, and then we just Moonblast Tornadus for chip. Should be a 2-hit KO. Unless he's like super bulky. Nice. He doesn't get any recovery from that. So that's definitely a KO next turn. Yeah, my opponent is on the back foot, and he still has 2 more turns of Tailwind to go. And he has Tailwind plus Scary Face on Tornadus, so I don't think that it has Protect. Because you should have like Bleak Wind and Taunt, right? He hasn't Tera yet though. I think if you Scary Face Urshifu, it may underspeed me, but it won't underspeed Rillaboom. We still have Avalugg in the back, so I want to Tera you. I don't mind if you KO Flutter Mane, because I get Avalugg in. Then I'll Bullet Seed you. And my opponent just canceled. Let's go. We didn't get to bring out Avalugg in this one either, but it came. Oh, man. Like I told you, I knew that he was weaker. See, that's how you can deduce whether Armor Rouge and Team Preview. And some players that are really sneaky with the weak armor can disguise it with other Trick Room mons. But for the most part, If you see a lot of Trick Room mons around Armor Rouge, it's most likely the Trick Room variant. And if you see like a lot of fast mons like Annihilate, Tornadus, Iron Bundle, these are things that usually activate it. The weak armor with like U-turn and like flip turn and stuff like that, then it's most likely the weak armor. But we were able to read that from the team preview and we led pretty well into it. But let's get into the next one. All right, we have Caillou. I used to watch that show when I was younger. It was a pretty good show back in the day. I would never watch it again though. Looking back at it, I feel like he was a little bit. I mean, he's a kid, so. But enough about that. So this looks like the team that Emilio Force brought to Worlds. So the Brambleghast was pretty scary on that team, right? But we have Avalugg to deal with it. Avalugg and Snow looks really good against my opponent's team. I don't think he can remove Flutter Mane easily. Yeah, he's hyper offense, so setting up Trick Room is strong here, right? So I'll leave Rillaboom plus Flutter Mane. Arcanine really strong in the back. And I'll also bring Avalugg. We're gonna leave Chien-Pao and Tornadus again because we're playing towards a Trick Room mode. And the Chien-Pao is here to remove Urshifu to make the matchup easier for us. But my opponent, like I said, my opponent's team is really offensive. And I can Tera Flutter Mane to probably almost pretty much guarantee get Trick Room up, right? Okay. So he does lead in a way that can potentially deny me Trick Room. So I'm gonna Tera Water Trick Room, and I will Bully Seed this in case it tears into water. Just want to remove it. I'm hoping he tears into water, right? Otherwise, I could have just Stumping Tantrumed it. Yeah. If he's tearing it here, then he may not be going for Tailwind. But I think if my opponent goes for Tailwind, I'm in a really good spot because his team thrives on Tailwind. Oh, he's Steel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hopefully he goes for Tailwind, though. Nice. Right, so we're going to survive on Flutter Mane because we are Water Tera. I wonder how much this does to Rillaboom without the Assault Vest. Oh, we survive. Okay. Alright, hopefully Bullet Seed doesn't have to put it in range of a Stumping. I think it may. Nah, I don't think it is. That's a very bulky. And we get 5 hits too. Alright, with the terrain, it's close. I actually don't mind if he KOs Rillaboom though. Alright, so we're gonna Moonblast here. Flutter Mane shouldn't go down here. I probably could have doubled that slot. Yeah, Flutter Mane may go down here. He could miss though. A miss would be good for me because I actually want Flutter Mane. I could have doubled the Goldengo slot. Yeah. So he gets a double KO, but I get Avalugg in now. It's unfortunate that we couldn't KO the Gholdengo. It's really bulky. Avalugg does make an appearance. Alright, so 3 turns of Tailwind, a Trick Room left. My opponent knows that he needs to stall me out. So he should be making switches here, or protects, right? He don't have protects on these. So what could he switch into? Urshifu could come in to eat a Mountain Gale. I think I'll Flare Blitz, Gholdengo, and Rock Slide. Actually, I'll just Mountain Gale. It's more damage. Yeah, so there's the switch. Probably Urshifu here. Yeah, we're Assault Vest, so we weren't doing anything with that anyway. So Flare Blitz with Choice Band should be a 2-hit KO on Urshifu. It's our strongest attack. But he does have access to Aqua Jet. It's not even a 2-hit KO. Aqua Jet KO me? An Earthquake with the terrain up, I don't think that KO's Gholdengo. Can't Earthquake KO Mo Arcanine. Let's go for Rock Solid for a flinch. This KO. It does. Yeah. Trick Room looked good at first, but the 2 mons I had in the back, Urshifu was just too good there. I needed my Tera. Yeah, Avalugg just gonna go down to Aqua Jet. Well, this shows you the downside. This is why I have Fairy Tera on my Chien-Pao to deal with Urshifu. But the Gholdengo being bulky just really hurt, right? Because I needed Flutter Mane to deal with Urshifu too. But well played by my opponent. I'm trying to think of what I could have done. Maybe just double into the Gholdengo and survive the Bleak Wind. And let it KO. Yeah, I could have survived it. Yeah, I don't know what my opponent's last one was. That was a tricky match though. Alright, so we have Fly VGC. And he has Flutter Mane, Dragonite, Urshifu, Iron Hands, Cresselia, and Ursaluna. So I know this team is pretty popular with Rental. Its strength is Trick Room. I believe that's Flying Tera on the Dragonite. I think Flutter Mane Arcanine could be good here. Rillaboom in the back. actually gonna go Chien-Pao. I know I should bring Avalugg, right? I'll bring Avalugg just because it's his team. The correct choice is Chien-Pao, but Avalugg's here as his team. We're trying to get some wins with it. Alright, so inner focus. Would you have Earthquake here? You could, right? I'm gonna go for Grass Tera. Flare Blitz. Shadow Ball, Cresselia. That did nothing. So Aqua Jet, nice. So we should be able to pick up the Cresselia here, right? And that's good. Like KO and Cresselia turn 1 is always really good. I spoke soon, but I'm hoping that this can pick it up yet. Okay. Hey, if you're Choice Band, you're locked in the Aqua Jet, which is not ideal for you. But you can't hit the Flutter Mane. You can hit Flutter Mane since you have Aqua Jet. But I can go into Rillaboom. I want to Flare Blitz you on the Rillaboom. Alright, so we're in a decent position. If I can get Dragonite to stay out of his Tera and it doesn't have Earthquake, I think Avalugg can beat it 1v1, right? Because it's not multi-scale, so a single Mount Gale will KO it. Alright, so he is locked into Aqua Jet. That could have been a free Flare Blitz into this slot. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we're at a stalemate here, but I don't want Ursaluna to get an attack off. So I will Flare Blitz you, fake out you. We might just fake out each other. Oh, he's Ghost. Oh, that's not good. But I mean, now you're weak to Flutter Mane. That's a good play. If he fakes out my Arcanine, then that's good for him, right? Good play. Does he even go for fake out here? Oh, he doesn't. Okay. It's still a strong Flare Blitz. Woo! A lot of damage. He can only facade one heavy slam. Is that KO? Nope. Should be facade in the Rilla. Okay. Does this KO? It does. Okay. I would argue that's still okay with me, right? Because now, like I told you, I don't think he has Earthquake, but I'm not 4 times weak to Earthquake. So with 30, I survive anything. He may go out on a Dragonite and protect Ursaluna. But I can't just ignore Iron Hands. And if I ignore Ursaluna, it KOs Flutter Mane. It's not good. So we'll just Shadow Ball here. He should go out in the Dragonite, protect Ursaluna. But he doesn't, so he just gives me the Iron Hands, which is okay with me. Alright, so we know Dragonite. It can click E-Speed and KO my Arcanine. Ursaluna should be clicking Earthquake here. Well, if I switch out in the Avalugg, he goes for Earthquake and it KOs. He has to have Earthquake too, right? I don't see why he wouldn't. I think I'm gonna protect here. Oh. He didn't go for E-Speed. I guess he didn't want to be in a position to where I KO Ursaluna and he's not able to pick up. Oh, he's just Iron Head. Okay. So Dragonite can't KO both my Pokemon, but I have Sturdy. So I just have to hit Mountain Gale on Dragonite, right? And Shadow Ball Ursaluna. Avalugg. Show me how to clutch you. Ursaluna should protect here, but I don't have another play, right? Yeah. I just gotta hit Mountain Gale, right? Yeah, that wasn't the last turn. That's crazy because last turn, just Shadow Ball in there just wins me the game, right? And we hit Mountain Gale. We KO Dragonite. Alright, so I don't know if Ursaluna's faster than us. If he has Headlong Rush, does Mountain Gale get it? Come on, Avalugg, you got this. It's just Facade. It's not a 2-hit KO. Oh, let's go! He got it! Hey, let's get the burn tick out. Let's go, Avalugg. Let's go. You picked up the win. My opponent kind of misplayed there, right? Like, I don't know. Not going for E-Speed or even Aqua Jet. I get it. It kind of helped him stay in the game. But had I just clicked Shadow Ball and not Protect, then I would have just instantly won, right? Because I always survive on... Well, not instantly. So I KO his Ursaluna. He KOs my Flutter Mane. Then it's a 1v1. And I have an 85% chance to hit Mountain Gale and one-shot Dragonite, right? And he has to hit 2 Iron Hands. But he also has a flinch chance. So it wasn't guaranteed. I guess I did play it the best way I could. Because with me having a chance to miss and him having a chance to flinch with the Iron Head, then he had a chance, right? So it just came down to that. But we were able to pull out the win. Glad we was able to get Avalugg the win. Like I told you guys, this Pokemon is not the most optimal. It's very slow and it's very frail even with an Assault Vest. But it was able to pull off a win there. And my opponent, he went for the facade. I guess he didn't want to drop his defenses. I would assume that he has Headlong Rush, and he didn't want to just be able to get KO'd. Otherwise, you always go for Headlong Rush there, right? But I guess he assumed that I might be sturdy or have a Focus Sash or something like that, so he couldn't one-shot me, right? So it makes sense why he went for facade, just to break the sturdy or break a potential sash and not drop his defenses. Because if you have Earthquake, you just always go for Earthquake. And I hadn't Tera'd yet, right? Well, I already Tera'd, right? Did I Tera? Yeah, I Tera'd Arcanine. Yeah, so I didn't have a Tera there. So if you have Earthquake, you always click Earthquake there. So that lets me know that you had Headlong Rush. But let's get into the next one. All right, final match of the day, and we have another Hyper Offense team. But again, this kind of, I can go with Flutter Mane, right? So the issue is Urshifu, right? The issue is Urshifu. Arcanine's good, but once you locked in the choice band, like, I need the Grass Tera. But if I Tera Flutter Mane to survive Surging Strikes, I think I'll just go Rillaboom so I don't have to Tera Flutter Mane. And then I want Arcanine. Tera Grass Arcanine, that'll be good under Trick Room. I mean, I could play with Tornadus then, right? I think Chien-Pao comes here. Avalugg, you've done enough. You've shown some good matches, but I kind of want to bring Chien-Pao, something a little bit more consistent. We let Avalugg get us a shine. So my opponent is tricky. This is tricky. This is tricky. Tera Water here and go out in the Arcanine. Yeah, this sucks because I can't use Choice Band Arc. Oh my god. Good play. That's a very good play. That's a really good play by my opponent. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I do get up Trick Room though. I don't know. I think my Arcanine should be slower than his though. He's got to be Choice Band. That did an incredible amount of damage. Then go to Moonblast Arcanine and Rock Slide it back. Yeah, Yeah, this is not good. I am choice ban Rock Slide though. So if he switches out into Urshifu, then I'm gonna just smack you with a Moonblast, and that'll be perfect for me. I still have my Rillaboom though, right? I actually don't think this is too bad of a position because he can't really switch, right? We double connect, and we just one-shot Arcanine. Beautiful. Does Tornadus move first? It does, but it misses. Miss Flutter Mane? Perfect. It's not gonna do too much Arcanine. Nice. Now Arcanine can get KO'd by Aqua Jet. I could easily switch it into Rillaboom, but if he has Chien-Pao, then I have to respect Icicle Crash into that slot. We know it's Urshifu in the back, but what is his last? Alright, there's Urshifu. Chien-Pao. Okay. Alright. Alright. How many turns of Trick on my left? 3? I think we always Moonblast Chien-Pao here and then Rock Slide. He could Sucker Punch, but if he Sucker Punch Flutter Mane, that's gonna break his sash. And Arcanine's gonna KO him. If he doesn't protect a Chien-Pao here, I think he loses it. Cause I don't think he can KO both before I can pick up at least one KO. And then Rillaboom should beat. Yep. Nice. Ah, wait, if he's slower than me, Close Combat could KO here. He's Life Orb too. Oh, he does have Close Combat. That is enough to KO. Okay. Okay. Alright, so my opponent's play here is maybe protect Chien-Pao. But if he does that, I can just KO him with... He should protect Urshifu, right? It's tricky, man. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky. My opponent hasn't Tera. So we know that Bullet Seed can KO Urshifu, so Urshifu should want to protect. So I think I want to Sucker Punch Chien-Pao and Bullet Seed it. Nice. Alright, so it should be an Icicle Crash in the Rillaboom. Oh, it's just a double protect. Alright. So the fact that I don't have Sacred Sword here is scary. Because I would have a guaranteed win with Bullet Seed plus Sacred Sword. My best hope is to go for Icicle Crash, we speed tie, and I KO him. Because Urshifu's gonna go for Aqua Jet here to break my sash. Yeah, I think my opponent has this. Because he can Aqua Jet and Sacred Sword me. Oh, maybe I should have doubled into the Chien-Pao. Ah, that might have been a misplay too. Wait, is he tearing Ghost Tera? Oh, it's Tera Poison. He's a poison set. Is this the Hirafumi team? Yes, he didn't. Aqua Jet. So I still have my sash, and I can hit you with an Icicle Crash that's neutral. So he read me going for the Bullet Seed into his Chien-Pao. He does connect that. Unfortunate, but let's see, can we connect ours? Alright, he takes Life Orb Chip. And we connect as well. Nice. Nice. Now we can just Sucker Punch. Because he's not max speed. And he cancels. Let's go! Beautiful. We get our final win with this team. Well, we're gonna make another video with it. With our final win of this video. But nice. Let's go. Avalugg team coming through with the clutch. 4 wins, 1 loss. Let's go. Beautiful game. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this first video. Let's get into a midway review. And we do hit rank 86 with Avalugg. Top 100 in the world with Avalugg. Ain't that crazy? This is Avalugg, and we hit top 100 in the world with Avalugg team. Let's go. And you all see it right there. I am not lying to you. We are top 100. This is the second team I use after making Master Ball with the team I used previously. So here we are, top 100. Man, that feels good. Wow. Well, let's get into a midway review, right? I just wanted to see that to show you all that we're able to hit top 100 in the world. Well, let's go. All right, so here we are with the midway review. So this team is really fun. This team is not the strongest team that you can have. I think the Bullet Seed tech is really unique on Rillaboom, and the Choice Band Arcanine is extremely powerful. Those Flare Blitz and Rock Slides hit like a truck, especially next to Chien-Pao. They're really good. We didn't really get to utilize the Tera Grass or any of the Tera Blast on any of these. So, we'll try to showcase it a little more in the next video, as well as some of the Snowscape and the Sandstorm. But it is hard to get it up because a lot of things threaten Avalugg, but we'll try to play a little bit more towards it in the next video. But it is there, so if you do want to try this team and you're able to pull out some strategies with the Tornadus and Avalugg, let me know. Because it can be bulky with the terrains up. I mean, with the, not the terrains, the weathers up. But it just doesn't do that much damage, right? And that's what we kind of have Chien-Pao on his team to kind of help it with the damage. But it's very slow, it gets outpaced, and it doesn't do the damage that you want it to do. But the idea was for me to get it on the Trick Room next to Tornadus with the weather up and be kind of bulky and be able to pick up KOs. But, you know, it's better, it's easier said than done, right? But Avalugg is still a cool Pokemon. It looks really cool. I think this is a cool set. I think Mountain Gale is a really powerful signature move. It's just like Icicle Crash, but it's stronger, right? And it's signature to it because it does 100 base damage instead of 85. Imagine if Chien-Pao got Mountain Gale. It would be super broken, right? And it's like I said, they both have the same, well, it has slightly less accuracy. It's 85. Icicle Crash is 90. But it also has that 30% chance to flint. So I think it's a really good move, and we didn't miss a single one this game. But that's going to be it for this video. If you like this team, go ahead and try it out. This Flutter Mane set, I do want to say that I saw this Flutter Mane set used at Worlds, and that's kind of why I wanted to try it out myself. It is a lot better when you're using it in with like a sunny day Tornadus, so that it gets that the sun to help resist certain strikes more. But just the Rocky Helmet Water Tera and being bulky is just really good for this Flutter Mane, right? But like I said, that's going to be it for this video. There's a rental code at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste in the description below. Let me know with a comment below if you like this team. If you think Avalugg is cool, then leave a like for me. For me, even, I think I should at least get a like just for just trying to use Avalugg, right? Because it's not that easy of a Pokemon to use. But that's going to be it for the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.